Hello world, welcome to Solving Problems with Programming. This tutorial is about the WSQ11 Go Bananas. I just want to display a query error that I have to face in doing this program. So what we are going to do is to write a function called find bananas, which receives a single parameter called file name as a string and returns a positive integer, which is the number of times the word string banana or banana in capital letters is found in the file. The banana can be any case, banana, etc. And you need to see this picture. And they can be stuck together like banana and banana. That counts as two. And create your own text file, plain text, to check your work. So I have already done the code with the help of bauer. And there you go. First, we need to make our text file, and I have right here the banana.txt that you can do it in Atom. Just instead of saving in CPP, is the txt. And there you go. You have banana. You can see how I'm going to display. So I'm going to display the code, and then I'm going to show you that this counts as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And I'm going to display the code. So first, I'm going to display first the libraries. The normal ones, IOStream, include IOStream library to call all the functions or inputs and outputs of data in language C++, mastery topic 1. And the fstring file to call all the functions of reading and writing files in language C++, mastery topic 21. And then we have a command using namespace std. In C++, we need a command that every time goes with the structures of input and outputs of data that is called std, but with this command helps creating this std out of the main program because the machine factorizes them. So I have right here. I'm not going to explain this first. I'm going to explain the main. So first, okay, I have created my file txt. Then in my main, I have to declare a string variable file name and initially to the value as a text, banana.txt. That will be the value of the file that you save, master topic 19 and 20. And I'm going to save this value in this string variable. Then I have a in variable declared say final in variable, and then I have an assignation or a call function. This assignation helps to call the function of find bananas. That tells me the problem that the name of the function will be find bananas. And this assignation helps to call the function of find bananas to make the task of count the number of times that the word banana is found with the help of the variable in cfinal with the parameter file name .cstr parentheses in order to convert a string to char as a parameter for mastery topic 6 and mastery topic 7. So I need as we can see in the task of the WSQ11, that tells us that returns a positive integer. So I need to show as an integer the value of the words of bananas as an integer. So that's why I declare it as a final, as a variable, as an in variable, and I need to pass the parameter of how my file where has all the bananas is in text, and I need to pass the function this parameter find name as a string, because we have first a string that is called find name with all the parameters the WSQ. Then I need to pass it as a parameter, and you pass it as the name of the string variable that is called I put file name, that is the number of the tags. That's it. line, bottom line, and str, and the parentheses. This is where you pass it as a parameter and you convert this string to a char. And after this operation, the program jumps from the main and goes to the function find bananas with this parameter of file name, that is banana.txt. So I'm going to go to the function, the int find bananas, and this is how you call it, const char, and this star, and the number of the file, the number of the string variable that won't be right now a string, it will be now a char. This is the structure of a function where you have subroutines in order to make different tasks. In this case, we have an int function with the name find bananas and with const char parameter file name that has the value of banana.txt in order to have int results inside this function. So I have a text name of the file, a command.data in form of text, and this is to show me. In your code you can delete this, but I put it because I like to know that when I call a function, I check or I confirm the value of the file name. This is text name of the file txt banana.txt. This is what will be appear in the terminal. Then I have to declare it, as we saw in the last WSQs, how to initialize a variable of the file library. We need to declare a if string variable called file in order to write or read mastery topic 21, reading and writing on text files. Therefore, this is a variable called file where you also make the function of giving the value of file name to file, that in this case is banana.txt. So the value of txt will have the name of my file, of file name, and file name has this value banana.txt. So this value will be banana.txt, and ifstream with this command is to read the value to read the value of this file, that is banana.txt, and have it in the variable file. Then we have a command there for text space. Then I have to declare the accumulator in variable counter all lines initialized in 0 in order to count all the words of banana in banana.txt. Then we need to declare a string variable lines in order to save all the characters of the banana.txt file inside of lines. So as you can see, all this text is characters, so I need a string variable that is lines in order to count all the lines with all the characters. So I create a string lines, and then I do an if mastery topic 10, use of the if statement. This command allows the condition if the file is open, and when this condition will be true, the task inside of the statement will execute. In this case, if the value file is open, this will occur. That will be the number of the declared ifstring variable that in this case is file, that is line open parentheses is when it's open. So I open the file, and then we have a loop, a while statement. With this command, while is utilized as a loop while execute all the instructions that has this loop until does not complete, that we get all the characters or lines in the file. So while this is as we explained before in the other WSQs, with this get line I get the number of the declared upstream file, that is files, and all the character lines that will be the string that we talked about in the last WSQ. And we need to execute all the instructions that have this loop until it does not complete, that we get all the characters or lines in the file. So it will be each each line I will execute this. In the next line I will execute this until I finish the lines. In this case, just 3 lines. So it will execute these 3 times. And this I have the number of the accumulator that is counter all lines. And it says this is a math operation between counter all lines and the value of in function line banana with the string parameter lines, and it stands for do the sum between those values and save it in variable counter lines. So when first I need to divide my problem in lines. So I need in my first line I need to know how many words banana is in the line. In this case is 6. So I need to make this 6 the order. When I pass to the second line, needs to read 2, 3, 4, and then 3, and these counter all lines is going to be the accumulator or the saver of each line. So at first, counter all lines will have the number of 6, then it will be the value of 6 plus 4, and then that will be 10. Yeah, and then 13, that will be 3, and 10 plus 3, 13. That's why I have these control lines. So I need this is like the last variable that will tell me all the bananas. So I need to go more deeper and just to have a little counter of each line, and to give how many bananas are in each line and save it in these variable control lines. So in this operation, I call this function line bananas with the parameter lines. The value of lines will be all the value of the file txt. That will be all these words. All these words are with the 3 lines, and all these words, all the characters. So I'm going. So this operation jumps this function and goes to the function line bananas to have this value in order to add it with counter all lines. So I jump this function to the function line bananas with the parameter lines, and I have right here. I have this is a structured function where you have subroutines in order to make different tasks. In this case, we have an int function with the name line banana and with the string parameter lines, and that has just the value of all the words bananas in the string of the file in order to make int results inside this function. So we have to declare an int variable I initialize in 0. I have to declare it an int variable counter banana each line initialized in 0. And then we have a for loop. With this command for loop is utilized as a loop for execute all instructions that has this loop until does not complete that the variable j will be less than the numerical value of the lines variable while it is increasing 1 in 1 in this variable I initialized from the value 0. Why I do this? Because you need to know that I need to count all the bananas regardless of how is the form banana. So in my code I need to make it simple. So I need to one method is change all the case of banana to lower cases, and then tell how many times does the banana appear. In this case, we need to count just all the bananas like lower cases. So this bigger, I need to consider it won't change this file, but I'm going to change the value of that variable in that has the value of all the charges of banana in lower cases. So I need to do this for. That's why I need to do this for in order to convert all all the words that have capital letters to lower cases. So I'm going to consider all that. That's why I put the length of the lines. That's why when I finish all the characters, I'm going to jump the line, and I'm going to change the value, the current value of lines. That won't be these ones. It will be all it will be the same, but all the characters now will be in lower cases. So this is a string operation between lines and lines with this array that is j, where this j is the space of each string value per each line, bananas from line 1 to the last line. I am using the Camtasia 18 creation and use of arrays or vectors in C++, and it stands for transform all the characters of the banana.txt file to lowercase between those values and save it in string variable lines. Hence, by doing this, all the characters from the file banana.txt will be in lowercase in order to count next just the condition of banana all in lower cases. So in this case, the number of string at first we have the value lines the same as this, and after this operation of the for loop, I transform the value of lines to the value of the current banana in lower cases in order to make the condition of how many bananas are there. So the new value of lines won't be this one, but it will be similar. It will be the same, but in this case now the value of lines will have all the words in lower cases, the same. And where are the same is easier to make the condition. So and I have a cout. In this text we show the authentic output of the value entered of control lines in the terminal interface. Master topic 20 also. Value user import ensure and correct expected data entry. I use it to tell me all the words banana appear. Then we have a while statement or an infinite loop. With this command, while is utilized as a loop while execute all the instructions that have this loop until that inside of this loop has a break statement to break this infinite loop. Unless there is a break statement, this will execute forever. So I have to declare an variable phantom, and then we have to do an assignation operation between phantom and the string value lines, and it stands for find the numeric position. That's why it's that find. Every time when the word banana appears inside of the variable lines and say this new variable the in position to in variable found top. Position 0 is the beginning of the file in .txt. So at first I equals to 0 that I put in the beginning. Then I have to use this. So with this command it tells now, okay, the current value of lines, that will be the all the value that is lower cases after doing this operation, and search the value of banana all in lower cases, starting with the position I from 0, that will be the beginning of the file, the beginning of the value of the characters. Then I need to increase the position, that will be I. This is a math operation between I and phantom, and starts for adding those values and save it in variable I. In order to increase the position, in order to count more the more positions of banana that will be in each line. Then I have a master topic 10, use of the if statement. This command allows the condition if the value of phantom not be equal to -1, and when this condition will be true, the task inside of the statement will execute. In this case, the if executes because the variable found top is now finishing in counting all the characters of each line and has the value different of -1. In this case, if the value is not equal, then -1, this will occur. So in this case, we have so at first we need to know the condition of this one. This will execute until it's not -1. What is this? When I do this operation of lines that fine, and I set to found top until each line, until in the first line, until this first line of each line doesn't finish. Until doesn't finish, this will have the value different from -1. When it's finished the line, reading the line, all the fine, this gives the value -1. That's why I'm going to count that with this condition that I'm going to find banana starting from this position. So so in this case, what happens if the line doesn't finish and I have banana? I'm going to increase the number of bananas. That this is an operation between counter banana each line and 1, and start for adding those values and save it in variable counter banana each line. That's why I put it this long variable. So I'm going to count it. Okay, goes to the finish. I finish the line. Okay, I found out now is -1. This so -1 is not equal to -1. No, so this not executes, and we have the else that it will be now the new condition, because right now found out will be -1, and this is the mastery topic 11, use of else with a conditional if. If the condition does not achieve, on the other hand, you will do this. I have a cout in order to tell me how many bananas are in each line. In this text, this is not you can delete this also in your code. In this text, we show the authority output of the value entered of a counter all lines in the terminal interface. Must say topic 20, validate user input, ensure correct expected data entry. I use it to tell me all the words banana appeared in each line. So after the else, I have the break statement in order to continue to the other parts of the main program. This command helps to end the infinite while one and allows the program to go back to the next function. Yeah, because I put an infinite loop, so I need to break it. Okay, so this is break. With this help me break the while. I have the end of the while, and I have a return statement. With this command, you return the value of the previous operation of find bananas. Actually, this is line banana. This is line banana. Line banana. Function inside of the variable in counter banana each line in order to call it in the main function. So this function gives you, okay, in each line, in the first line, I have this number. I'm going to give you this value, and that value is going to be saved here, and it's going to increase all the bananas, and all the value of the bananas. And after this, I'm going to show, okay, in each this is the accumulator. So far the counter of this line is the number counter all lines. In this test, we show the authentic output of the value entered of counter all lines in the terminal interface. Must say topic 20, validate user input, ensure correct and expected data entry. I use it to tell me all the words banana appeared, and then after all the lines, this condition of while breaks, well, it ends, and then ends the if. And we have a return statement. With this command, you return the value of the previous operation. Right now, this is correct. Find bananas function inside of the variable int counter all lines in order to call it in the main function. So I'm going to send this value to my main. So right now, all the bananas that has this variable is going to be sent to the main, and this value will be this one, and will be saved in the variable sub final. And then we have a cout command data info text. In this state, we show the authentic output of the value entered of C final in the terminal interface must be topic 20, validate user input, and show correct expected data entry. This command and I'm going to show all the words banana enter, and we have a return. This command allows label define all the function main. So I'm going to show you how this works. I'm going to save it, and there you go. So I need to count 13 as we said before, right? So remember, I am now in my directory downloads G++ WSQ11.cpp. I'm going to wait until this finish to compile. Then point/a.point_out. There you go. This is to tell me the cout in order to ensure that I did the right thing. So there you go. I have timed the words banana found 13. As you can see, I show it to you in each line. I have in the first line I have 6, as you can see, and then we have 6. The counter is 6. Okay, so far the other counter all lines is 6, and if you can see in this part lines, I have all lower cases. In this case, at first the file is in it remains the same, is capital letters. I don't care about the order, and this counts and also don't care the order, can be stuck together. So in this case, well, the first one is 6, right? 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so far 6. Then in the second line, I need 4. So banana, and this is all in lower cases. So it will be 2, 3, 4, counter 4. So far, it will be the 6 plus the 4, that will be 10. And then I need 3, that will be this, but all in lower cases. It will be 3 and 10 plus 3, it will be 13, and times the word banana, 13. So that's why is the algorithm, one of the algorithms to tell how many words banana is appeared. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time in solving problems with programming.